Hello, storyteller, storytelling Ron. I'm going to create a Christians in Space planet, like the plot, the pagan plot, the what's going on. So let's do it. I'm going to be using the Christians in Space books. Oh, right. This is available on Amazon. It's my Christians in Space role-playing game for Christians. And yes, it is very much like Star Wars. You have aliens, you have planets, you have all kinds of space bugs and killer robots. I've stolen from every genre, including Warhammer 40k, kind of Star Trekky too, because the story, the concept is that it's about 2500 AD. As creation science adherent, and you're missionaries, and you're traveling around on a transport down here. Going to different planets and finding like Star Trek. You find out what's going on there, what kind of cultures there, if any, and you interact with the aliens. And they're, by the way, they're I'll explain in a second. And then you convert and plant a church and move on to the next planet or adventure or whatever. And that planet can have many adventures. It's biblical and creation adherent. So the timeline is that the atheists had fled the earth and nuked it and left us there, and that's the apostles of the epoch. We were in Christian, like in prison camps, the Christians were. So that's like 2200, 2300 AD. 200, 300 years later, the atheists have gone out and terraformed all these planets. And yes, I'm using a short timeline because I want you all to understand that it doesn't take thousands of years or 10,000 years for, like in Star Wars or whatever, for planets and civilizations to unfold. It takes less than 100 years, right? Think about it. We go quick when things are happening. It can happen fast. Anyway, the expansion of terraforming planets, that's obviously crazy sci-fi, is done though by automated machines, factories. And these things are AIs, and they're like, and anyway, all the aliens are just genetically modified and mutated DNA from Earth, animals, humans. So we got space worms and bugs. Then we got killer robots, Terminators, and all kinds of crazy stuff. So it's kind of like just going on steroids as far as the sci-fi concepts. Okay, but it's meant to be biblically adherent and creation science adherent, and you're meant to have crazy time. So I'm going to go to Foundry, but you can think of this as like a tabletop or on your own game or whatever. Which one am I using here? This one, not that one. This one. Okay. All right. So this is a space battle I just recently did, and I mean actually they're still in it. They got to come back next session and get the denouement, the ending, or of the space battle. And they finally got a starfighter and it got destroyed. Yeah, but that was their first starfighter. They don't know the strategies of it. And look at this. When you play this game, whether you put this on a table or print this, these are all printable 8.5 by 11s, by the way, all these rooms. So it would take you a while to print all this out, tape it together, or whatever you want to do. But I did it all black and white, very simple, so that it's easy on the ink. And then the characters are tokens you can print out, like this. Let me show you how I do it for the game. This one. Okay. So you can. These are. I have like little a WinZip WinRAR file, and you can. I don't know if you can see these are little tokens. You just cut it out, fold it. The backside is the black and white version, and you just trim it, to a little fold out token. This is very easy. You can, you can throw them away. You can. The reason I like this is because it's just so easy and simple to use, and I'm not worried about storing them or painting them or anything. I've gone through that, and it's fun. So I'm not saying it isn't fun, but I don't do that anymore. I just prefer I can just throw those in a bag and take them with me. All right. So these are all available on my website. The book, the printed version is available on Amazon. And I gotta update the files on my website. Anyway, I'll do that here, but in a minute. But I just dispersed them to the Kickstarters. And then there's other ones on there, and and anyone that has bought in the past, I'm gonna give an email and let them know that I've updated the stuff. But so even if you buy it, I will always update it. And this actually the files on my site do have pretty much all the stuff on here. But anyway, okay. So these are the tokens. These are using Foundry. I grab and put these together. But okay. What I'm actually trying to do is make a new planet. So here's the Christians in Space pages on making a new planet. And that's the thing. Even though there is an empire in the game, there's a whole sort of structural, factions and stuff that you can encounter and deal with. But there's also these automated AIs, super AIs, going around just planting planets, terraforming them, and then setting up crazy wild planets. And that's what this is. They clone humans and plant them there, or beasts, or whatever it is that they create. And there's sort of like this randomness to it all. And these mad scientists, basically, and engineers, just basically sent off these super AIs to go do this. Thusly, you can have in your world, you can have sort of the basic empire factions, but then you can move out and start creating your own planets, with your own crazy stuff. And every planet could be a whole campaign, that they're dealing with. But anyway, so I'm going to go through this. I'm going to roll for the fun of it. Oh, let me set up a dice cam, because I could use this to roll the dice, which I guess I will. Okay, I got to create a new scene though, because I'm actually going to create the planet and the battle map that goes with it. Just, so that's what this video is going to be okay, so I'm going to just say new planet. I'll rename it later once I figure out what I'm going to do. Yeah, I can't think of a new name right now. Okay, I love making them big, 12,000 by, let's say 9, I'm gonna say 8,000, because I kind of like it look kind of a widescreen sensibility to it. Nope, not too much padding. And gridless. I like gridless. And I leave it at 100 pixels. That could be wrong or right, but that's the way I leave it. That's about it. View scene. Here we are. Let me just put in a character for, there he is. He's pretty small, and there's the borders. So that's nice and big area right there. I don't know if you can see the guy. Let me just turn this off. Here's the guy right here. Pretty small. I will probably zoom in and decide, what I'm going to do. But let's just start with that. Okay. First thing is make the planet. Let me roll a D8. Where's the dice here? D8. 8. Okay. Ooh, 8. What's 8? Bog, marsh, and fungal world. Alien-like insectoid crab. Is that cool or what? Okay. Actually, I'm going to copy paste all this just to, for my notes. So let me make a notes in here. I have a very simple way of doing notes with I just use a token, but I'm right here. Boom. But I like this better than the kind of the note system we have here, at least for simple stuff. Okay. So there's that. Let me go back to this. All right. That's cool. Culture and economy. Let's do that one. D8. Another D8. 2. We're kind of going down the pages here. Illegal, illicit, bad stuff. Heavy pirate and smuggler operations. There we go. Anti-imperial, pro-remnant. Pro-remnant. If criminal, harshly treated oppressed workers, brutes, extortion. Okay. See, I'm already done. I mean, we got our adventure right there. Now, these lists here, you can also start making your own, or you can even add to these. You can do like D12 if you want to add 4 more. You just, as a GM, you just kind of make a list of like, what do I want in adventure? What kind of stuff, that's how you do it. I mean, you could, you don't have to like have everything in every sci-fi concept or genre. You can make up your own list. And that's kind of what I did here. I'm like, what is it that I want to have in here? What is it that I want to GM in adventure? That's literally what I did here. Cause I use this product. I don't just make this game and then go off and do D&D or something. This is all I do. Play it, use it. I'm like the only. Well, there's a couple other players that are GMing, so I really appreciate that. But that's it. But this is all I use. I GM an ongoing campaign now with over 90 episodes. I don't know, no, not 90. I'm not even sure, like 60 episodes, and we're on our 3rd season. Same players, pretty much. There's a few new ones or whatever, a little mix, but not much. But yeah. All right. Anyway, so. Tech level. Okay, this is gonna be the tech level. Is what level of these pirates is it? How tough are they gonna be, or how 2? Okay, Mostly tribal, primitive, with rare spaceport or archaeology. Okay, so yeah, mostly. Oops, gotta go back to that. All right, I'm gonna put these as bullet points just because it makes more sense. All right, let's go back. All right, settlements D12. This is sort of determines the amount. Whether it's very obscure or whatever, sparse. 5, kind of in the middle. Kind of in the middle. A lone settlement or area, some operations. Okay, actually, that's not. That's so it's a very focused. Why do I keep doing that? It's a very focused, battle, planet section with a lone settlement. So this is probably going to be the spaceport, and then the rest of it is all tribal, bad stuff. That they may want to go out to. So they'll have one spaceport where they could probably do sort of civilized, semi-civilized operations or interactions, and then realize how oppressive the rest of the planet is, and then have to go out and try to change the hearts and minds of the pirates or the tribes out there with their trade, with their slavery. And I would say that the planet they're on, people there are going to be pretty mean and vicious, and they have to pay them off, and do keep the peace in whichever way they can. Okay, let's go on. Let's move on. Oddity D12. Let me see here. Could use life forms type D6 humanoids only, or expand to scary for all. This right here. Yeah. So life forms D6 humanoid, D8 for scary, and D12 for all, like all kinds of weird stuff. Let's see. I do have an alien-like insectoid planet, so I'm going to go ahead and go with all. The all one. Who knows what kind of? Maybe the settlement is not, receptive to anyone. Now, when they come into this planet and start scanning it, they're going to find a settlement down there, right? The main, that one settlement, because it'll be where all the energy or the fires or whatever whatever they have going on there. Because there can be a spaceport, so they're definitely. It says here, alone. Okay, commonly tribal, low tech disposition, connect guns. No, not that one. 4. Which one? Oh, mostly tribal, primitive, with rare spaceport. With rare spaceport or archaeology forts. Okay, so I'll keep that in mind because there's still some more rolls here I can do. All right, let me just move on to oddity, and then I'll get to life forms. Oddity is a D12. I'm going to do it just because I like to roll a bunch of crazy stuff. Oddity 3. And by the way, you could have your own oddities. You could roll up a bunch of or make a list of all your own stuff. Slave culture, prisons, oppressors abound. Okay, that makes total sense. I guess not very odd, but that's okay. Let me just put that another bullet point. All right. Threat determination. Okay, planet preparatory and evangelizing pagans may give you enough info to create a setting full of plots and conspiracies and challenges. Life forms and beast forms, this part here, are optional guides if needed. These could be an addition or part of the main setting. Some planets will have off-worlders like the Empire, corporate, or remnants, while some may just be indigenous. This is rare on the first galactic map. It is rumored that further out, planets are terraformed by AI robotic fleets and are sparsely populated. Okay, so let's just move on to this. Okay, let's go with dominance, D4. I want to use everything here. Now, obviously, this is enough. I mean, I could just go with this, I could do an alien-like insectoid crabs. I can just put the decanoids here. I have the decanoids. And just say that they've come out here and settled it, the terraform planet, and are dealing with locals who are slaves. And I would just put humanoid types that they can convert and blah blah blah. I can even go to the Dark Ages rule book and create a paganism cult or whatever rolling there. Using that sort of. These are all sort of usable books, by the way. The Apostles of the Epoch one actually has some pagan rolls too in it, or some stuff you can do there as well to roll out like what kind of paganism is there. I think. Let me look right now. I mean, I'm going blank with that right now, but here, let me just open it up right now. Better have. I know it has something because I got to make right here, mutant world stuff. Yeah. Tribal, socioeconomic level. Right here. Well, there's the mutants. Um, where did I? Here, let me fit this on here. Boy, who wrote this mess? Here's a tribal socioeconomic level. Here is the type of extra stuff that there might be there. Here's the mutant part. Gee, that's it. Here. That's really weird. That's all I do for the APOC one. I'm just like, oh, it's just right here. Basically, I keep it simple. Which I mean, what's funny is that I've always just used this in the mutant one. I've never needed to roll anything else. I just roll this part. I roll this part for the type of pagans, and I keep it pretty simple. I probably could add more to this, but or did I at the bottom here? Let me just see, because I know I have for some of the other ones. That's the references. Weirdo. Well, here's some more stuff here. Part 2. I got more stuff here. You know, for the APOC one. But anyway, that one's simpler. But you can use the Dark Ages one there as well if you want, and you can even use this one to add to that. But for the APOC one, I keep it. It's all like survivors and the wastelands, so I kept it pretty simple as far as what you would encounter, and focusing it on like everything is lost and the tribes and stuff are just starting to come out of their trying to survive out of the wasteland. Anyway, let's move on to this one. This is this is at the end of the campaign book. I give you an extra part on city segments, so if you want to create a whole city sort of encounter with the what kind of concepts and more settlement stuff here. Oops, don't write in here. Did I put a no? Okay, where am I at? All right, go back to Crystal. Okay, here we are. I'm gonna roll D4 for dominance. Now, what this is it's adding a whole level of like, is there only one faction? Are there two factions? Are there more than two? And who's dominant? So when you land on the planet, there might be different factions. Obviously, there might be like a master and a slave faction, or whatever. Here, we'll just roll and go with what the roll is. So D4. 2. I wonder if music's playing. I don't know. Nope, I don't see anything playing. Okay, good. 2. I rolled a 2. One main one, a large secondary, others isolated. Okay, that's fine. Well, let me grab that. Copy. Paste. Now, if you have the book or, you're going to have to just handwrite all this stuff, but then, you can write it out, paraphrasing and doing whatever you want. All right, D12 here. Here we go. D12 for this thing. Oh, that's a D20. Ignore that one. Turn that off and roll a D12. 5. I'm kind of surprised my die is this color for sci-fi. I'm going to change that right now. I'm being nerdy. Right now, yep. Well, let me look at 5 real quick. 5 is mostly human and clone types fully integrated. Ooh. Okay, so that's going to be the main. That's not as exciting as what I wanted, like having aliens, but that's okay. That's okay. I want the challenge. All right, what was I going to do here? I was going to do something. Oh, I want to change the dice. I'm kind of surprised I'm using that dice. I'm totally, would think I would have made 3, sci-fi dice. Let me switch it. I think this is the dice. I don't know. I just want like a, metal-y looking thing. Let's see here. Material? Metal? There we go. I think I don't want labeled color. I think I want to change it to like a blue. Or gray blue. I just want it to have more of a sci-fi feel to it. Can I copy this? Copy paste. Okay, metal, but I would like there to be some texture to it. Paper? Just to give, no, not that. Release. just to look kind of sci-fi-y. Yeah. These are too crazy. Metal, font, I think that's it. Standard, foundry, don't change. Oh, I see, it gives you the anvil, which, no, don't want that. I don't know what that means, Dog Black, but let's go with this for now. But I kind of want it to be a little dirtier, but metal. Let me see, stone maybe? No, let me go back to metal. Modesto, which is the D&D. No, I don't like that. Times New Roman. No. Bruno Ace, wish they had some. Ooh, there we go. Sci-fi. Okay. All right, let's just go with that. Save. All right. Mostly human clone types. Okay. Genetic tampering. Let's do it. D12. D12. Genetic tampering. Mostly human clone types. That's interesting. Well, I say it's not interesting, but hey, I like the challenge. 11. Ooh. Uh-oh. 11. Ooh. 10 plus. So roll on rare genetics table. Rare genetics table. There's been some tampering going on. Oh, here we go. Now it's getting exciting. Oh boy. 3. I don't like I want the numbers. Let me see. I'm sorry. I'm doing this. I'm sorry I'm doing this right now. I should not be doing this right now, but I don't like the dots. The pips. I want this one. Why? Oh, dots black. I don't know what I just did there. Let me go back to standard. Save. I just want to see the regular D6. No! Huh. How did I mess that up? Oh, didn't save it. Okay. All right. Regular D6. Okay. And I rolled a 1 before? No, I rolled. Oh, geez. Here, let me look. I rolled 3. 3. All right. That was the first one I rolled. I'm going to go with the 3. Arachnoid. Ooh. Humans with arachnoid. Spidery webs, ambush, terrifying, vampiric, skin eyes, darkness. Okay. Now I'm being challenged. Mostly human, fully integrated. So I'm going to say there's mostly humans, but there's these arachnoid ones as well. Maybe they're used for the planet. A slave class. Severity of tampering. Okay, I don't even know what that means, but let's do it. I don't know who wrote this mess. Okay, severity. 5. Mixed, very alien-like, but can use conversion level. Ooh. We're gonna have some creepy but they're vampiric in a sense. So, yo, boy, am I having a hard time now. What is this? Mammal D6. Why do I have this here? I'm sure there's a reference to use the mammal. Yeah, okay, use the mammal genetic tampering thing. Prowess of beast. Okay. Oof. Yeah, not all encounters will fit the role on the prowess table, so change accordingly. This is meant to give the GM a starting point. This can help one determine the strength and cunning of the encounter. Okay, so generally speaking, I'm going to roll this. Generally speaking, what is their attitude? That doesn't mean they openly do this all the time, but generally, if you caught unawares or caught whatever, I'm going to roll a D8. 4. I didn't put a die there, which is going to be in the books, but I'm going to put it now, even though it's not going to be there for the books. Okay, I rolled a 4, I think. You're just going to have to see that there's 8 options there. 4, approaches secretly if possible, looks for opportunity to steal food or take weakest, will take offering but flee. Okay, so they're a bit cowardly, a bit secretive, may steal food or take weakest. Okay, that's gotta deal with it. Was there a way to move them sort of, yeah, I'll figure it out. I'm just trying to, well, I don't know, format it. Okay. Beast forms. So I can add some beasts in here just for the fun of it. Like, what is something that bothers them? Oh, here, this is another continuation of the thing. So let me just do it. To begin, table C is D6. Okay. D6. I haven't done this in a while, so I've kind of forgotten how to use my own thing. Straightforward, basic pagan activity. Perfect. One main roll. Okay, let me roll right now. Nice and simple. Let's see what their pagan activity is. I mean, we got plenty there. 1. Okay, nice and easy. Keeping it one pagan activity, however, there is a feeling that rebellion is brewing, because there is. All right. Fine. I'm going to just... This is just a bunch of ideas to help me sort of guide me into what I want to do. All right, here we go. Pagan activity is right here. A D12. Okay. 2. Worship, enslavement, and support of nearby terrorist faction. Okay. So, let's just, before we do any more, we got a bog, marsh, fungal world, alien-like, insectoid, crab. Okay, that works. We got the, we get the spidery people. Illegal, illicit, bad stuff. Heavy pirate, smuggler operation, anti-imperial, pro-remnant, if criminal, harshly treated, oppressed workers, brutes, extortion. Mostly tribal, primitive, with a rare spaceport or archaeology forts. A lone settlement or area, some operations. Slave culture, prisons, oppressors abound. One main one, a large secondary, others isolated. So I'm going to say, so I'm adding my bit right now. Main space pirates, subjugated arachnoid humanoids or whatever. Arachnoid. I'm trying to think of a name of them right now. Arachnoid spiderons. Subjugated arachnoids. Now, how are these people? How is the arachnoids going to look? Are they going to look gruesome and or are they going to look sort of humanoid with just a few spidery looking, arachnoid looking things? I don't know yet, man. Yeah. Worship, enslavement, and support of nearby terrorist faction. Man, this is high level, conversion level. Oh, okay, this is gonna help me. I'm gonna roll a D8. Could be go either way. Just a very very basic roll. This is gonna be on the pirates. That I'm gonna do 2D8 and go low because of the slavery and oppression. And then the arachnoids, I'm gonna do a D8 because they could be either direction. So let me do keep lowest. Here we go for the pirate faction. 4. That's not too bad. They're neutral evil, suspicious, cautious police state that ignores crimes, takes bribes, uses oppression for safety, security, organized crime. Okay, that makes sense. They have a +2 resist. I mean, all of them would make sense, to be honest. Mostly human, fully integrated. CL is their conversion level. Neutral evil. Okay, so that makes wonderful sense to me. Now for the arachnoids. This is the first faction. Yeah, one main. See, this is the factions. One main one, a large secondary. Others isolated, which is, I'm going to say beasts or whatever. So the arachnoids is the second faction, the weaker enslaved faction, I would say. So let me roll a D8. They could go either way. Could be good or bad. 4, same. Okay, so they're all neutral evil. Okay, that's very interesting. They all have a +2D resist to conversion. So everyone is accepting their lot in life. Now the rebellion here, I would say, is just, the arachnoids are just going to fight them for more power. That's all. But they're not but they would want to be the in control or whatever. I'd almost give the arachnoids like a priest class. I'm thinking like they have a priest class that follows the pirates, and keeps their people in line. And I got to design, you know, the faction, the people, the arachnoids, which would be fun. I mean, I'll draw like, you know, 6 tokens that represent kind of them, like their whatever. I mean, they could be like this, you know, but more upright. I would definitely make them more upright. Okay, so what else? Let me roll for a beast. I want to see if what kind of beasts are in the area, like, because there was always like, hey, go out and take care of these beasts that are bothering us. You know, I mean, I could throw any of these beasts in there, like in the jungle fungal world. I could throw any kind of beast in there just for the fun of it. But you know, as an extra little fun combat thing that they get to do. But I'm gonna roll one beast just for the fun of it to have one. I know that in the rolls here, there will be an option for beasts and stuff to come up, but I didn't roll it. But I'm gonna add one because I want to. I'm going to let me roll a 2d6 and keep the highest because I'm just thinking this planet's going to have something. 2d6, keep the highest. Let's see what we got here. A 4. Predator pack. Okay. Let's roll for the type of attack they would have. So they have a problem with 5 tentacles plus grapple. If so, then bite attack. Okay. So there's these predators out there that are a pack of them. Predator pack. They have tentacles. I mean, it could be plus grapple. If so, then bite attack. So, I mean, you know, it could be if it's in a marshy fungal world. So definitely. Bog marsh, so that makes sense. I'm gonna do like the crab tentacle creatures, and there'll be a pack of them, and that'll be an encounter that they can have. And let me just for the fun of it, I'm gonna keep it on this world, like, but I'm gonna roll to see maybe what kind of creature it is. I'm just gonna go ahead and have fun with the rolls here, and there's gonna be other creatures too that can be there. 8 is insectoid. Okay, that's, you know, basically what I was thinking it would be. So, but there's definitely, and this is like the threat in the wilds. Okay. All right. So there's a predator pack of something out there that I'll name. You know, they're gonna have some colloquial name for this creature. Don't go there. You'll get, you know, it's infested with axes. I'm trying to think of a name right now. Axongs, Exigs, Exigs, Ekigs, Ekers, Ekux, Ekix, Ekex, Ecors. It's a little Agors, Ecors. Predator pack, Ecors, tentacle. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not feeling it. Corigs, Coraxes, Corax. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Doesn't blow me away. Okay, so the arachnoids are. All right. Anything else I need to roll? Let me see here. Well, no, it's kind of like, I mean, I kind of got everything I need. It's let me see. I mean, there's gonna be, so nothing, mostly tribal, primitive with rare spaceport. Okay, so and the pirates are gonna have basic weapons and gear, basic spaceships, basic shuttles. So nothing like it's kind of a hidden spaceport, a settlement. They're pirates. They're conquerors. They enslave the arachnoids, and then they'll attack other people. But if someone comes along and oh, you know what? Let me do an attitude. I did the attitude for the arachnoids. They approach secretly if possible, look for opportunities to steal food. So they're very, you know, they're very like that. Let me do the humans. They're neutral evil, but let me do their attitude. Based on neutral evil. Where I think it's the one down here. I'm just looking for the encounter attitude. It's right here somewhere. Oh, here. So the prowess of beast. Okay. Well, that's for the beast. I guess that's merely for the beasts. So I will ignore that. Okay. Well, they're neutral evil. Suspicious, cautious police state that ignores crimes, takes bribes, uses oppression. So they're going to allow people to come there, obviously, and they're not evil. Like 1 and 2 would be they would immediately attack you if you came to their location. So these people are not. They're going to let you come in and do your thing. So let me set up the map here then of these things. Now I don't have the tokens. I want to create them, but obviously you can just use some of mine. So let's go to generic terrain. Oh, really? Oh, they're there. Okay, that's not what I'm using though. Maps. What the heck am I using here? Okay. Oh, tokens. Yeah. Duh. All right, we got a marsh, so I may want to use the. I mean, I can use these structures for the main main place, which I think I will. Let me just plot some down for the fun of it. Now, one fun. So look, I'm already done. Like I'm almost done with my. Here it is. Here's the spaceport. Remember, it's very, I would assume, low. Very simple. So, you know what I don't have is like a spaceport landing zone, like for the shuttles. Like, well, that's easy enough. I could go to Outpost and use this. That's kind of small. Is there a bigger one? Like this is the spaceport landing things. And I like to use, maybe this underneath it. Like it's elevated, so what can I use to elevate it? Not that. Let me see here. Put this underneath it. Yeah, let me try this one. You land on this thing, go underneath it. Just sort of like that. Let me just move that over there. I'll just do this. Just sort of my way of saying, yeah, this is how they land. This is how they do their thing. Okay. I'm going to set up some guns just as their defensive mechanisms here. Got some rocket launchers, radio tower, one of these Gatling guns here. Those are their defenses. Pretty basic though. All right, and then I can put some shuttles in here just to let's see. These look too nice. Ooh, nice and big, huh? I need to make some more shuttles, I think. But I think that one's just too. I think I'm just going to use these generic ones here. I suppose I should get some more shuttles going. Starfighter. Oh, that's too small. I haven't made this one the right size yet. Okay, well. All right, we're going to keep it like that. Okay, and obviously we're going to have basic humans in here that are in control of the area. So let me just grab some. They're not corporate, so I don't want to use corporate so much. I'm gonna do. We gotta have a main guy. A couple of main characters, right? And then just some basic generic pirates. So I'm gonna use these guys because they got the gas mask, so that's kind of cool. Just generic dudes, and they're pretty weak. They still have the old stats. Okay, let me upgrade these a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of don't think I have. Oops, I don't think I have a in my own pro. Everything else is right. Yep, defense 12, save D2, vigor 6. Oh, that should be higher. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Basically, it's 6 for starting. It could be a little less, but I'll just say 6. Then the pro plus 2, and then 3. 3 is for like you roll a d6 for the starting human. So I'm gonna say that 11. But gun d6 medium long gun plus 2 d8 long reload. Okay, blade engage, yeah, whatever. I don't really do ranges anymore because it's pretty like common sense, Drive plus 2 one during inspect permits. That's fine. All right, let me put this to 11. That's it. Yep. Okay, so these all should be updated because I haven't touched them. Yeah. I'll add more at some point. These guys, I don't think these have any stats, but I'll make them in here at some point. I'll just make them tough dudes that kind of run the place. Now the arachnoids, I don't have arachnoid mutants. Let me see. Let me just see if there's any kind of. I could use the decanoids. I could, if for expediency, use decanoids. I could also use the siftins, and that the arachnoids hide their bodies underneath underneath the robes, so they don't show who they really are. We're pirates. Were pirates. Get it? Werewolf. They're kind of dogs, but anyway, these guys can't really see them. But anyway, so as I think as a placeholder, I'll just use the siftins, but I don't really need to use them at the moment. I'm gonna move this actually in a corner, like I want to make this map bigger. Let me just. Is that crazy or what? I'm gonna do 4,000, and I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna just take out the thing altogether. Turn that off. And let me see. 4,000. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, I could make another map for the outskirts, but for now, this is sort of me creating the template of the whole thing. But I'm going to move it over to one side, and that way they go adventuring that way. If they go adventuring, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to put it up in the corner. That way they go diagonally down, like that. They only need to go one direction, and it's over there. Oh, another thing I want to do is, just for simplicity, the background color, make it more boggy, marshy, just sort of a default. A little bit darker. But something I like to use is the Space Engine. I have Space Engine Pro, so I can make texture maps that way, or Google Maps. And you can actually turn off all the labels in Google Maps and look for something sort of marshy, which I'm going to try. I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to pause this, see if I can find under Google Maps, go to Louisiana, look around for some marshy swamp thing, or somewhere with water, and just let me just see if I can do it. I'll be right back, and you'll see if I succeeded or not. Okay. Let me. I got this image off of blah blah blah. You know, the Google Maps, and I'm gonna move it here and fix it to this file I already have. I'm gonna actually stretch it out for the fun of it. Let's see how I do it. Shift. And this is kind of cool, like that. And then I'm going to change the colors a little just for the fun of it, make it more something. Let's see, hue. Let me try hue and saturation. Hue. I don't know, it's kind of weird. Kind of too digitally looking. Saturation. I want to mute it down a little bit. I want to make it a little more browny looking, brownish. The colors are, whenever I do this hue thing, it always gets a little, it always gets very digital looking and not what I'm really looking for. Adjustments, auto, color balance. I want to get it more brown looking for some reason. Not. That. Let's go with this. All right. Save. Let me save as a WebP file. Oops. Hurry up. It's a big file, I guess, because they have a bunch of other terrains in there. Generic terrains. Okay, save a copy. Let's go within the, well, I should have put it in there actually, just to keep it there, and then I'll copy it over. Sci-fi token, no, not tokens, maps. WebP, marshy swamp, marshy waterways. Okay. Then I want to copy the. Where is it? Oh, it's still saving. 10%. I'll just sit here and wait. Done? Are we done? Okay. Copy. And put it in the Foundry data. Maps. Now I don't. Oh, where do I have them? Ooh. No, I don't. Yeah, I don't. Oh, generic terrains. I don't put these in the your like say in the token thing where you can upload it. Because I feel like you can just make your own. I don't mind putting them there. They're pretty big files. You know, I don't want to make it too big, so that's why I don't do it. But anyway, I'll close this up. All right, then but you can you can make your own, or two I can provide some, but I'll make it a separate file at some point. But they're pretty basic things. Okay, where do I put it? Where do I put it? Maps. All right. Nope, that's not where it is. Generic terrains. Okay. And Kazunki. All right. So, it's obviously not to scale or anything, but that's fine. I wonder if I can make the map bigger. Let me just see for the fun of it. I don't want to get too crazy, but maybe I do want to get crazy. Okay. Let's go with 22,000. And yeah. Oh, whoops. What did I do here? Oh, I didn't do the I didn't go upwards. Darn it. I thought I was gonna do it automatically. 22,000, 1,600. Let's try that. Ooh, that's too. Sorry, guys. I'm just I'm having fun here. 14,000. Wait. 14,000. I don't even know what that option means, but is it doing it? Okay, that looks a little more good. That looks a little more good. All right, darn it, I lost all this. I gotta move this all back out. But I wanted to place it over here in the corner anyway. So that's the starting point of this game. If you want to go to the base, right? They're gonna be, yeah. I'm gonna make them all nice and tight in here. Like, you know, you 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 come here. You gotta plant your shuttle in the corner. Maybe over here. Ooh, I lost some of the guys. Uh oh. Uh oh. Where's the tokens? Oh, oh, the tokens are. I lost the tokens. Where are they all? Yeah, there's Teeny too. Yikes! Oh, they're all together. Okay. Man, am I gonna be able to handle this sort of a size of a map? Oh well. It's all about adventuring out into the marshlands. I wonder if I should have them park like out here. Uh, just having fun, guys. Just having fun. Okay. Get the rockets going. The defenses of this place. Move that back a little bit. All right, so I'm making, I'm making a space place, that they can. Everything is interactable. I want, I want them to be able to explore the battle map. I'm really into battle maps, right? I'm really into visual. I don't like theater of the mind. I like to sort of be constrained here, and obviously the mission is going to be out here somewhere. I'm going to create like an arachnoid type of something out here, a tribe, slaves. They want to go visit the slaves, and they're gonna have some sort of cult thing going on here. Um, Let me just grab a few more map pieces to put in here. I'm going to use since it's the tribal, I'm going to use the Dark Ages ones, and these are available. Village. I know I got some weird here, like Huddy stuff. Cauldron. Do I have any other weirdy stuff? Oh, let me look in the sci-fi one. I might have weirdy stuff in the sci-fi one. I can't even remember. I've made so much stuff I don't even know. Let me see here. Tribal. Oh, there we go. So, yeah, a little like tents. Oh, here we go. These are the huts. Yeah, let me use those guys. See? I got some stuff. Got some stuff in there for you. These are kind of like, the Tusken Raider looking things, but they're going to have cages, right? And they'll have some generic, sci-fi stuff that they've been able to acquire. These are drying racks, just to show kind of activity. Big fireplace in the middle. I don't know. I haven't really figured that out yet. Okay. You kind of just throw everything out there, and then you sort of figure out what you want to do. But I want it to be something. Now, to get over there. Ooh, isn't there like there's some sort of effect I can put on here. Let me see. There's some sort of weather effect here. I can do fog. I can't like adjust it though. Just kind of weird, right? I mean, I don't know if I can or not. I would think I could. I've never messed with it. This new feature, fog. Is there a... I think it's a bit much. Well, I'm sure if I had an additional... I would like to make that fog green. I just don't, I'm sure there's some module I could add to this that will do it, but I don't, don't have it. It's kind of cool though. All right. Definitely a fog, so it's hard. I'm going to say, hard for spaceships to go. So you got to do boats or on land type of thing to get to any of these places, right? And this is going to be hidden. I'm going to do the tentacle beasts here. I have something here already. That I can use, and I'll probably make them bigger and scarier. The grubbos. But I can, change them. Grubbo Mondo. Let's see what's got here. Oh wow, older stats too. So prowess 5, grapple. I'm just gonna go with this for now. But there will be a bunch of these, lurking around. I can create a bunch of other creatures in here too. Now, why would they? Well, they want to go out there. I don't know what the goal is yet. I don't know what the goal is. Is that they want to go and okay, worship, enslavement, support of nearby terrorist faction. I'm just trying to figure out what is the goal here. The arachnoids, the pirates, they're all evil, right? It's basically converting the pirates, then converting the arachnoids. If you convert the pirates, create a church, that's literally like the first thing. They would have to then go in and convert the natives, the indigenous arachnoids or whatever. So, I mean, that's kind of it. I'm going to create more for this, but that's basically, I've created a world that they're going to campaign on for quite a while. I got to, and within the pirate thing, I got to figure out like different things going on in here. There's going to be some tech people, but they're all going to be pretty low tech. They're going to want stuff probably from them. And if they have a couple of shuttles, they might have a basic spaceship, but nothing great. A couple of spacefaring transports, but nothing harrowing or awesome. I'm trying to think of like a plot, something fun. Let me reread this. So, slave culture, prisons, oppress. Okay. Slave culture, prisons. Okay, so they're gonna have prisoner arachnoids. Here, let me just type in here again. All right. Right. Subjugated arachnoids doing all the slave work. I mean, that's going to be the first thing. I'm going to say what's going to happen is they're going to come down, see all this, and then the arachnoids are going to attack and try to kill, like a slave rebellion. So, and they're not going to differentiate between the pirates and the new people. It's all the same to them. And I wonder if the slave rebellion is more a terrorist attack. Like they do it secret. They go in for an assassinations. They go in for stealing. They go in for terrorist faction. Yeah. I think they're going to start a terrorist faction. A slowly figuring out something here. A terrorist faction to sabotage the pirates and take them out, and then all right, let me write that down just so I remember, just sort of my first blurb here. Okay, pirates enslave Iraqs. say Iraqs, but Iraqs have started a sabotage terrorist campaign to isolate and weaken pirates to then attack. I know what. Use their webbing to ensnare Korax, then unleash in pirate base. So that's in like a creature battle there. So the pirates, I wonder if the pirates do an SOS, like they call out for help because their ships have been damaged. So pirates, pirates. Okay, pirates do an SOS. Shuttles are damaged. Their cruddy transport in space is nearly derelict because they can't get to it. They've been sabotaged. And Iraqs are destroying base bit by bit through sabotage, theft, and assassinations. Pirates are holding out. See? That's a cool little, right? Huh? All right. So that's how you do it. Christians in space, making a cool thing. Now, obviously, there's plenty of opportunity for, and the closer, like, if I get this thing set up to use in the game, I definitely want to do some arachnoid type creatures. And if not arachnoids, something similar. Maybe the decanoids. I could do the decanoids, or decanoids wouldn't make sense though because they'd be more spidery. But I don't necessarily have a spidery type thing, and they're convertible too. So I want to make them more humanoid looking, but creepy, dark humanoid looking. And maybe they capture the missionaries. That'd be really cool. And bring them over here and figure that out. All right. And then there's going to be some other crazy things in here. I don't know what. Just other creatures. But the main way to stop the arachnoids is to go to find their base out here, and whoever's leading them that they worship. They probably worship whoever's leading them. Let me write that down. Because you gotta have a way to a purpose for going out there, like adventure wise and then evangelism wise. So Iraqs worship their I did have, let's see what I have down here. Enslavement, support, right? Worship enslave. Okay, worship their queen, giant Iraq, who is doing all this, who is running the terrorist campaign. I don't know who that is, what they look like, what they are, but I'll probably do some sort of queen spider thing, Black Widowy thing. But anyway, I just want to do this cursory, cool. So just doing some rolls on Christians in Space, making a list, and then just going from there. So it kind of guides you in the direction. And it's much better to not have a blank slate, right? It's better to have a guide of things you roll out and challenge you, and it really gets the creative juices flowing to create an adventure that way. So using the my assets, you can throw these down. It's really easy to do it in Foundry. Foundry is $50. They got a little. They're kind of woke and stuff, but I just ignore that part of it and just use this part of it. So that's pretty handy. But you can just do it on paper, and you got these pieces to use. Anyway, so yeah, this is a Christian role-playing game where you get to do all kinds of cool Christian stuff. And these are humans. These pirates, the arachnoids, are human. They're just genetically modified, physically, maybe physiologically as well, but they're still convertible as far as the role. There's an option there so that that's viable. The tampering part here with their brain, and yeah, Christians in space. Remember, in the game of life, roll holy dice. All right.